Welcome back, luminous travelers, to light language number 24. This is activation part 2, and we are going to reference the Lost Cosmic Suitcase. Remember that spark we felt the last time? Well, some of that energy is still circling the carousel, waiting to be claimed. Today, JJ, Karen, and I are unpacking what happens when an activation feels delayed, confusing, or unfinished. We'll answer your questions, explore protection and grounding, and see what hidden treasures were tucked inside that cosmic suitcase. Grab your boarding pass because your light is not about to go through another layer of customs. It's here. It's like freaking awesome. Y'all are incredible. Why are you giggling?
I just love the verbiage.
I do too. I love the verbiage. I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
Well, there you go. And seriously, everybody, thank you very much for joining us for Light Language. I'm joined by JJ, Tutah Speaks, Starseed Awakening, Karen, Starseed Awakening, 1111. And by the way, we just missed 1111 for you.
That's actually my anniversary, so I was out to dinner.
Oh, I love it. I'm TarotStache. It's good to be here. Yes, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Everyone, please like and subscribe. It's free. Show your support to all of the channels. Links are below, including how to make donations, how to contact us for individual readings, because all three of us do private readings, and they're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. We also have, for entertainment purposes only, do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. So, JJ, how the heck are you?
It's so funny when you were saying carousel. I know you meant like baggage claim, but they went to a merry-go-round.
You don't think I planned that? Because I didn't. It was actually Quill and I were working on that together. So that's good.
Yeah. How am I? You know, when people ask me that, I kind of freeze up and I don't know what to say.
Okay. How about if I do this?
Okay.
What are you noticing about your own activation since we had our last conversation? Karen, I'm going to ask you the same question, so be prepared.
What have I noticed? My house is cleaner. That's a big thing for me. Because, you know, just kind of like reframing it, like Karen's guide last episode is all about the, you know, light and letting the light in. And it's hard to let the light in if you're all cluttered. So that's what I've done.
Let me tell you, a good friend of mine, who shall rename nameless Amber, and not nameless Amber, I'm being funny. Amber's listening in. Has said something to me that makes a whole lot of sense. Dust is sticky. We have to make sure.
Yeah, like the oven dust stuff. Yes.
It is important for us to do continual small things. Often they help keep us centered.
I'm going to write that down. Thank you, nameless Amber.
One of these days, I'd like to have Amber on the show, but she may be a little shy. Karen, what have you noticed about your own activations since we spoke last time?
I think for me, because I'm always going, that I really have to make it a point to stop. And like I have never been able to meditate. That's never been my strength. It's got to be with guided. I just need to do something. So here's my new one I've been working on.
Ooh,
Ooh.
look at that.
So just something that will shut my brain off, that I could get totally lost in, and then allow my brain to kind of take me where it goes. So the more I can stay still, and then also acknowledge when I'm feeling tired and really take those breaks to just not do anything instead of this.
Hey, that's what I do.
What?
And then I'm like,
Are
oh,
you
it's
calling me out?
It's like, oh, it's 12 o'clock at night. I should go to bed.
I'll be on the toilet and my mom will call and I'm like, thank you for calling, because I don't know how long I would have been sitting on the toilet.
You tell your mother you're on the toilet when she calls?
Oh, absolutely. We're that kind of family.
Yeah.
Well, for me, my own activation, what I've been thinking about, I've been leaning in and trusting it more, wanting to do more with it. I'm really excited to go, ooh, you want a reading? Great, let's do a reading. I have set my own boundaries to where I'm not just spewing stuff out there. Because it needs to be a deeper, more connected sharing. It's so yes, JJ, you're
There's it's like you simmer when you simmer something. Yeah, it slows down, but you get like more flavor.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, and I, as you were talking, it really, one of the things that I was hearing was when you kind of said it, but in a different way, is acknowledging those times. Like I have been thinking, man, I really need to get on my YouTube and do some stuff. And then Gerald, you and I were talking about different things, and you were talking about meditation, which I believe that's one of my strengths. I've never done it on my YouTube. And then I was kind of toying with that, and then someone that I have not spoke to in over a year and a half is like, hey, how come I don't see anything on your YouTube anymore? And finally I'm like, okay, gotcha. You don't
How many times do I need to say it?
Yeah. So it's also is really kind of when those things kind of hit you, because something else I heard this weekend, and I've heard before, is, Spirit's going to give it to you. And if you don't, step forward, they'll give it to somebody else.
There's a whole thought process about creative ideas in Big Magic. Elizabeth Gilbert talks about that.
Yeah.
Creativity is looking for people to help bring it into the world. It's talking to multiple beings at once.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's like somebody on the West Coast, different parts of the world, they're having like the same idea, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We have a really kind of important question. Bernadette, if you could star that, Bernadette. So
this one. Okay, we'll get back to that, because so for me, part of what's been going on, and I think Jamie is here. If she's watching, she's going to hear me. I'm having much more confidence in myself and my abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting cocky with it. It's just like, okay, I can handle this. I do want to remind everyone that you can ground through breath, hydration, or contact with nature, because all of these things, grounding. And when I say grounding, it means getting back into your physical body, plugging into the energy of the earth. It's important. That's an aspect I want to remind everybody. It's so very important. I've noticed since our last conversation, my need to actually go for a walk is significant. So We do have some of the best chatters here. Bernadette is here. Mods, please watch this one. Kaylee has joined us. Oh, mods. There we go. And Jamie, Hypnicity, Richard's Reach. Barbara is here. Akila, good to see. The purple crown, depending upon whose channel is I forgot to turn it off. It's a crowd. It's a thing in YouTube. That's all. Annie Bear is here.
Yay!
Annie Bear, were your ears burning?
These are her cards.
Yes. Okay, it says number one. Well, Barbara, whoever is number one, has been the chatting the most, and that's beautiful. Jamie has her boarding pass.
Woo!
I love it.
That was
Haley stayed late at work to join us. Okay, Barbara has shared. Gerald, I lost my job on 11/6. My father 11/10. Interview and hired on 11/11.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
Wow.
I feel like the spinning top, where it's just like there's like no space to like stop turning, to stop spinning.
Yes.
Whew.
Well, and then there comes a point when you go from that spinning to being comfortable with spinning and having your true balance.
Ooh.
So ascending universal butterfly, please. Oh, Pamela Batchelor's here. Hi, Pamela. Please remind me of your name if I'm allowed to use a name. Nalani is here. Oh, Nalani said doing nothing is something. So Green-Eyed Girl has joined us. No, these are not actual books. Wait a minute. Yes, they are. They are actual books. They are. And my most recent acquisition here, let me pull it off of the bookshelf, is this book by I Have Your Number by Deborah Zachow, who is currently on with Allie from Heart and Soul Connected.
Ooh.
So I'm thrilled with this. So more and more people have come in. This is great. We have got so much. We've got so much to talk about. Oh, you feel the way you feel, Gerald. I just like to reinforce how fabulous you are. That's all. Aw. Thank you. I love that you mentioned that. I feel like I'm not in my body at all. So disconnected. I feel dead and sort of alive.
I know that feeling. And if I may say something, somebody gave me this exercise that, because I felt like that for a long time, where it's like, I love spirit stuff. So like being in my physical, yeah, right? Like I'd rather go to the stars than the grocery store. And so somebody gave me this exercise where it's like, I call my soul home, or I call my soul back. And I would have to say that over and over and over again until I feel like it all came back to me. And then I started to feel more whole. And so try that, see if that works.
Oh, and for me, I know that, like this weekend I did a metaphysical fair. And so when I have those back-to-back readings where I'm just going and going and going and going, and you're just really up there, and this is just me personally, heavy food will bring me back to center. And then this weekend, it was the first time this has really happened in a long time, but I really needed to not only call my energy back, but then really wash my hands a lot, and kind of water will bring me to center too. So all of those things.
So washing hands is a good exercise?
Yeah, because I imagine a letting go of other things that I don't need, that don't belong to me. So I imagine as the water is, falling on my hands, it's like pulling anything out of my hands that I don't need or that don't belong.
Mhm.
Cool.
So
Bernadette said, "It is very scary. I can't properly connect with anything. When I'm out, it's worse."
Yeah.
I'm sorry that that's going on. I know, Bernadette, you've been going through a lot. I know you were not getting sleep.
Ooh.
Sleep for me is one of those things that helps me get out of my way so things can integrate. Kevin Lewis is here. Hello, Kevin.
hello, Kevin.
Edward is here. Swampy is here. Rose Blue, Leah. Yes, here you go. We see you, Bernadette.
We see you.
We see you. And here's the thing, Bernadette. Gerald's going to get on. Gerald's going to get on his little soapbox. Bernadette, we see you. We're not going to tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to support you in you figuring out how to do it for you. That can take some time. I see that people do outer body experiences, meditations. I'm like, you can have my mind, but I've been stuck that way for over 6 years since I got diagnosed with mental health diagnosis. Oh, wow.
Well, thank you for sharing that, because I feel when people share that, other people are like, oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. This American mutt is needing to have some negative energy trapped in their body removed. There's lots of ways to go through that. I think being here can help share and shed the light.
Yeah, because of something we're going to do today too.
Stay tuned. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. How's that? So,
Thumbs up on the channels. Yes.
yes.
Thank you, Bernadette.
Thank you, Bernadette.
Spiritually homeless. Wow, that's a really
Spiritually homeless. That's
and you guys are my home. Yeah, absolutely, Bernadette. Like when my dad got sick, and I reached out through, just something like this. And I was like, hey, can you check in and see how my dad is doing health wise? And it's not only the readers that supported me, it was like everybody in the chat, like just held me and, just let me do what I need to do. And eventually he stepped out of the physical, and this chat group and the readers still continued to hold me. And I felt less lonely because of it.
Yep.
I'm wondering if it would be helpful to have a conversation about the idea of feeling spiritually homeless and what you can do about that. It could be a very fruitful conversation.
Yeah.
So, but there's a movie called Where's Bernadette, about a woman who totally lost herself and how she found herself again.
Oh.
I wish you all the best, Bernadette. Yeah. Yep. There's a whole bunch of energy going on right now. I have a couple of banners that I'm going to put up, because the idea of this, we did talk about all of these, they're in the playlist. You can also listen as a podcast. Do that. Signs of activation. We talked about some of the inner sensations that tell us we're in an activation. Did either of you have something else to add to that? Any awareness?
Are you talking about activation, or while you're reading, or while you're getting connected? Does that make sense? Okay. I hopefully this is the correct spot. Well, I think it's very important to really be in tune with yourself and what you're feeling. For instance, and I'll give you a for instance, as I said, I was doing a metaphysical fair this weekend, and the person that I was channeling had passed, and they had issues with their lungs and their throat. So as I'm doing this reading, I keep coughing and coughing, and I'm, kind of struggling. And I know I'm not sick. I tell the person, this person died of this sort of thing, and they're like, yeah. And so the reading is going on. All of a sudden, the lady next to me comes and gives me some cough drops and hands me some cough drops. But had I not known to be aware of my physical senses and what's really going on with me, so not only do you have, we talk about the buzzing in the head, and everybody gets the hairs poking up, but you also have to pay attention to those physical senses like that to know, wait, this isn't me. And the more that you can acknowledge those little things that happen, and I'm a firm believer, you ask for more, you get more. So there are things like that when you're activating or you're reading or you're being connected, that you will feel. So
I think if I had stepped out of the physical and was like, you were channeling me or reading for somebody sitting for you, and it's like I had a way to make you have a physical thing.
Oh yeah.
So happy. Like I would be like, yes, keep coughing.
Well, back in the day, and I will say it changes. It doesn't always stay the same, because JJ, if you remember back in the day when we first started going pretty heavy on the lives, every time I would channel, I couldn't help it. I would just start bursting in tears every time I connected.
That's right. You would cry all the time.
Yeah, it's a release of energy.
All the time. I would and people were like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, it's what I do. And then you see, then it changed to runny nose. All the time I would have runny nose. And so understand that just because and I think that's where some people get a little bit freaked out, because they get so used to connecting or having this senses or having this thing happen, to where when your body graduates or you graduate and it changes for you, we often feel that we're disconnected because it's not happening the way we think it was supposed to happen.
Comparison.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I had a friend who said, I'm glad spirit doesn't come through me the way it does you, JJ, because my eyes will go like this for like yes and no. So I'll be like, yeah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You burp when you're in spirit. I'm like, yours is just as weird as mine. Yeah.
There are more people coming into chat. It is great. Everybody, thank you for being here. Jay is here. So it's seriously, I'm missing everybody. But I will say comparison is a mind killer. It's also a spirit killer.
Heck yeah.
It's a spirit killer. It is one of those things, as we're talking about these activations, light language. The thing that I've learned through all of these conversations is light language is a label we put on something. How it is expressed is unique to our connection to the language and to that energy. Y'all saw me go, you mean symbols are light language? I'm like, going, holy mackerel. Compare. The only thing to compare yourself to is where you were yesterday and where you are now, to support yourself so that you can show up.
Yeah.
You can show up.
Well, and as you were talking, I want to go back to, I think everybody has spiritual abilities. Okay. And one of the analogies that I heard before, and they're literally giving me, if any of you have played with an old typewriter, that got stuck, and you're writing the sentence, but it's just hitting one spot, and you look at it and you can't read it. But if you were to take that paper and turn it like this, and you could see all the letters, it's just a matter of, your perception and what you, are picking up, I guess you can say, or acknowledging and picking up.
Yes. Yeah. Love that analogy, Karen.
Thank you.
Royal typewriter. Oh, yes. I love a good typewriter. It's a thing about that.
I took typing class in high school.
I failed.
We did it. They played a record. Like, he would play classical music and we would type. And then his whole thing was, don't do this with the paper when you're done, because it'll just fill the garbage. He's like, put it in as a flat piece of paper.
Typing, I took 1/4 of it. It dropped my GPA. I never wanted to have anything else to do with it.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in it. We have this idea of the cosmic suitcase. This cosmic suitcase, JJ, I think it's. Could you say something about the cosmic suitcase?
Yeah. I love the idea of the cosmic suitcase, because it's like I feel like however it happens, and you're just like, yeah, I'm going to go to Earth, and it's like you pack all these things that you might need. And it's like, oh, I haven't read this book ever, so I'll bring that book, and it's like you pack things you'll need, or maybe things you might need, and then it's like, whoosh, you're here, on this earthly plane, and it's like, well, what, my suitcase is lost. Where's all the gifts that I packed? And And I feel like it's on like this, how the Milky Way looks in the sky. I feel like it's on like this like star-filled conveyor belt, and it's just taking longer to get here. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and as I was seeing, in your suitcase, when you have those hidden compartments, and sometimes it has a zipper and you can tuck things. And I was watching them going, and a lot of you guys have these gifts and these things that you tucked away, and you forgot all about that.
Yeah.
That those things come with you,
Yes.
So
I also think the idea of the cosmic suitcase. I mean, yes, I've had lost luggage. It's inconvenient. However, it gives us an opportunity to be creative and to look at things differently. Mm-hmm. What exactly is it that I need? Also, what is it that I should pack in my carry-on instead of actually packing it into a checked luggage? Yeah. There's a difference there.
Ooh.
So this cosmic suitcase, we show up when we show up. The suitcase shows up when we show up. I'm also a firm believer, if we complain about not having the suitcase beyond just the initial release, that suitcase is going to slow down. It's an opportunity for us to learn patience. I don't know about all of you. I am not a very patient person. Surprise.
I'm like,
I want it now.
I was like, we're Pisces, JJ and I, so we don't have patience.
But I think that idea of is a suitcase that turns into a toolkit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really quick, Gerald, I want to go back to what you said, because it was really profound. And the part of it is when you're wanting your suitcase to come and it's not coming, when you're really manifesting by default, because spirit is going to give you whatever you put your thoughts into. And it does if you're thinking it's not going to come, it won't, if you just kind of, they say, get on. I keep seeing the surfboard and riding the waves, it will come faster,
You had a
Mhm.
theory about the faster. I was going to call you Gerald.
I what?
You had we were talking about like the invocation or whatever.
Oh, yes.
You had a thought on how to bring the suitcase or toolbox closer.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, you got the word invocation, which was an important thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about that word invocation. In invoke an invocation in witchcraft, you can invoke deity to offer assistance and to connect with you. That's one aspect of it. I like to think of an invocation as an earnest request for connection or help. What happens with light language and the idea of activation, if we know or we think or we consider what's going on, maybe I've had some sort of an activation or an upgrade, there's some changes, you can invoke the I see this, I am wanting to understand what it means to me. That gives us the ability to start weaving it in a way that is gentle for us. And when I say it's gentle for us, I'm using the capital U, meaning you, the individual, and the energy or the activation aspects that are coming toward you. JJ, you're...
It's like the activations coming towards you. It's like they're just showing me like when you go in hyperdrive, in Star Wars or whatever. It's kind of like gotta avoid.
So I think it's really important, the idea of what would happen if we invite this activation in. It's shown up. It's like having, I don't know about any of you watching, for those of you who have ever had the cat delivery system deliver a cat to your door, there's many different ways to handle it.
Like the cat?
You can, what?
What are you talking about?
A cat? Did I hear that right?
The cat delivery system?
I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it.
Please, somebody in the chat, tell me that I am not just imagining this. I think it's the cat delivery system. It's the idea of the cat delivery system will deliver a cat to your door or in your path. And you have to choose what to do with it.
Okay.
Do you welcome this cat in? Do you feed this cat? And it's a cat distribution system. Thank you, Linda. It's the cat distribution system.
Oh my God.
And so this idea of, okay, so hang on, I'm going to sip because now I'm like, when
it does, I get it. It makes sense. And as you're talking, I am thinking about one of my friends who her cats passed away. And she said, the cat will come when it's ready. And she's been feeding this homeless cat for months. And next thing you know, she opened her door and the cat ran in and hasn't left her house. So I follow you there because I was like, what?
Yes. Yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah. Thank you. The cat distribution system. But the idea is when we see this the signs of activation, we get to choose how we engage with it. Do we rush at it and try to be really, all in that?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we sit? Do we meditate for a minute at a time? That's me. I can't do more than that. Do we put some food and nourishment out for it? Do we allow it? Do we see it? Do we talk to it? Or do we call somebody to take it away?
Cool. I see where you're going with this.
Do we give it away? Do we capture this and put it into something and go, hey, I found this cat, who wants it? Instead of going, wait a minute.
Instantly inside, I'm like, me,
Yes.
me. But I already have a zoo here. I don't need any more animals. Yeah. But I really like, oh, go ahead, Karen.
I like the way you say that because, I think back in my younger years and seeing full body ghosts,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, I was seeing them when I was a kid and it freaked me out. And as a young adult, it really freaked me out.
Of course
And
it did.
so now all my spirits show up like silhouettes, and people are always like, what do they look like? And I'm like, sorry, I can't tell you that. The only thing that I can do, because I shut that off, because it freaked me out so bad. So I screamed, and when those things came to me, I screamed. Now I wish I wouldn't have done it, but it's the way I feel comfortable with it. When I bring people in, it's usually, I feel the emotion of it. Were they funny? Were they this? So I like the way you said that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And Linda does bring up same idea as ideas. They are looking for a home. We talked about that earlier. It's very impactful.
Yep.
So speaking of the Cosmic Suitcase, so the people who missed the last conversation, Karen got a new guide, and the new guide was talking about, I think, wasn't it like standing in the light? Something about light, right, Karen?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I just re-listened. So yeah.
I'm going to say yes, because he just stepped into the light.
Yeah. Good. So I'd love his opinion on this. It's like, what if, so we looked up the word meridian before we came in, because I got in the meridian.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
For me, it was like this channel right through the middle of me. And that's where I received the light, when I was just like, oh, I wonder what that means. And so, like, enticing our gifts, and, allowing the light to come in. I'm just curious if we can do a little exercise. Does he have any opinions on that?
Mine? No.
No? Okay.
I'm like, no. He's like, let's do it.
Okay.
I got a new sign, which is, always like, this person is just riding on the surfboard. And that's my sign for, let's just do it and see how it goes and just ride the waves. So.
Yeah. But I like the idea of the meridian. I like the idea of the carousel.
Yeah.
Is it just the delivery system? Do we enjoy it? On the carousel, we get to pick which type of creature we get to sit on. Mm-hmm. Does it go up and down? Does it not move?
Is it a bench?
Is it a bench? So this Cosmic Suitcase, it really is, it can help us with the things that will be our tools. And if we see them that way, are they burdens or are they tools? And sometimes they are burdens. We need to unpack what we have. We need to look at it. It's the 10 of Wands moment. You're carrying all of this energy. Put all of the wands down, take a nap, get up and look at those wands and decide, is this serving me? First of all, is this mine?
Yeah.
Is this serving me? Do I want to pick it up? Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Because if we don't, if we don't do that, we become burdened, and our toolbox gets overwhelmed.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it has a weight to it, or there's not. For me, somebody had asked me what Tutah was, and Tutah came through
Yes, thank you.
through my light language, and my light language appeared all at once, and it was confusing. And I'm so happy I had my spiritual family, but it came through. They were called Tutah, which means teachers in the light language, but my I've had that for 10 years. They've been teaching me about the language. And so just recently, in the same place my language came through, and my teachers called Tutah, they said that I graduated and that they needed to, the message that I got was, you need to declutter so more things can come in, which meant that I graduated, as if the first Tutahs, my first teachers, there was like a whole group of them, and there wasn't room for more to come in. So they were like, we love you, and we're gonna step aside so the new stuff can come in. And it's like the same thing with the suitcase. Like if you're traveling and you've packed something and you're like, oh, it's not gonna rain, so I don't need all of this stuff. It's like, just send that stuff home. Just send it back for where you came from, or donate it, because it just takes up space.
And yes, and there is a grieving process about that too.
Yeah.
When things change, there's a change, and it's not comfortable, it's not familiar anymore, and that causes us to feel discombobulated or wonky, and
Yeah.
there's sadness, even though it's an affirming thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or buy another suitcase, purchase responsibly. Oh, shine truth, I told to declutter recently. So.
That is that's my thing. I have to declutter.
Well, and that is an interesting thing, because that decluttering is definitely a sign of activation. We have an inner activation, and having it show up in the outer world by different habits showing up. The need to declutter and to organize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Bernadette, you should talk to Fogo Pogo. Fogo Pogo has lots of dragons.
That is amazing. I think I was speaking dragon language at some point. My human self didn't remember. My spirit and soul knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Kaylee and I are going to do dragon readings.
Ooh.
I know.
Exciting. So.
Wow. I'm like, wow.
What's even more bizarre is bonus, an egg removed from my throat yesterday with a bird that came out. Ooh. I guess I made room, huh? Confirm if you. Well, okay.
And yeah, that.
Yeah.
Wow, the bird and the egg.
Yep.
Wow.
Dragon language is rough on the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So isn't the with Terry, she holding your space, she does like the like an earth rock language, and that's a little hard on the throat too.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, for the invocation of light, if whoever wants to do that, just find yourself comfortable, and just get settled. And hopefully you can't hear my dogs barking in the background.
We can't.
Okay.
It's okay.
Just make sure your chihuahuas are barking.
It's part of the ambiance.
They're like, here it comes. Here comes your suitcase. Yeah, just get comfortable, and just take a couple of inhales, exhales, and find yourself in your body as much as possible. And so the way I see meridians, it was like my whole body cracked in half, and there was this light there, and I feel like it's a receiving. Um, yeah, it's a receiving of the light, which might help us see better. Also, bringing in more senses than just sight. We call on the healing aspect of this frequency. Healing, healing, healing. And we call all of ourselves home in this moment, right here, right now in your body, just really receiving all of you. If parts of you were out there exploring, just bring them back, bring them back, bring them back. And just calling in this light. And I can hold this if you want to do any light language, anybody.
I'm actually doing it with the microphone off. That's how he wanted me to do it. So,
okay. And just notice in your body, like, do you have a sensation? Like, for me, it's my pelvic floor right now. Some people might be feeling it in, like, between the ears, or the throat is a big one where people can feel where more of an opening, or more attention, more witnessing of that area. Gerald, do you have anything to add?
What I'm seeing is the idea of all of the broken pieces that happens when things get out of alignment or that light comes in. Some things may split, they may separate. There's an opportunity for you to look at it, and do you want to put those back together in that practice of, I think it's kintsugi, where you actually mend broken pottery with gold. It becomes more valuable when you do that. There's this sense, JJ, as you're talking, of there's an opportunity of picking and choosing the most precious pieces that we had not seen, we had forgotten, or that just arrived.
Ye tita no mama kuma ishnaka ushnamaka yewa tianama ishna yewa titianama paku yewa tatanamashna ya tatanamash tita ye patamama kuyewa shenama uta ishna a patitita mama ishna yewa ta ushna au tanushna yewa tiama kushna yewa tia tatanamashna wa. They're saying like the light can come in as a hose, but we're that really cool attachment at the end of the hose where we can like be the shower of light, or we could be like the trickle of light, or the jet of light. We get to choose how that or have discernment in different situations on how much light to add to something.
Yeah, how bright it goes.
Yeah. And also just bringing in, we accept this with ease and grace, gratitude. If anybody wants to take this moment to ask anything else from your people, from the light, you can ask for some clarifications.
Really quick, for those of you that are bringing those really important pieces back and filling it with gold so it sticks. Just imagine that for me for a little bit, and imagine you doing that, like literally putting it, however it needs to look for you, whether it's an actual cup, whether it's you putting it against your body and putting that gold in there and putting it together. Uma akne eshene uta. Umbrasena eshe ete umbraktu achno ot et uta umabratu. And then just imagine it just solidifying or not solidifying, but maybe solidifying. Just getting hard. Akne et eshno ot amabrahuta. And that's perfect. There you go.
And so it is.
So mote it be.
Nice.
I just want to sit here in this energy forever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
I'm late. I've been working with light language since the 90s, living in Sweden. Then it was very unusual and strange, always knowing I was not alone, but it felt lonely sometimes.
Yes. You know, I was fortunate enough to, because sometimes when I speak my light language, other people's light language will like emerge. Or they'll be like, oh, that sounds familiar. And then like a couple days later, it will emerge. But I actually had the privilege, someone, received or however it is met their light language, and it sounded just like mine. And I didn't know how lonely like I was not hearing like the same language, almost as if the star people are like, there's different communities and there's just different people are like, okay, we can only send one. Who are we going to send? And you get here and you're just like, where are my people? It's so nice to not feel alone, and that there are other people out there with light languages. And did she say she was new? I'm not sure if you're new.
New to us, I think.
Conversation. But yeah, it can be spoken, it can be sign language, it can be symbols like Gerald, artwork,
dance, movement. It's so powerful. You were saying, as you were talking, JJ, what is necessary, it's like being a universal translator. This language comes through. We're all part of a universal translator. We get the language the way it needs to come out for us because somebody needs to hear it in the way we receive that language.
Oh my God. That is so cool.
As we hold space for each other, we recognize game sees game. It's one of these things it all is part of it. It's part of it. I used to call it interdimensional languages.
That's
that.
Yeah, because I've always been like, is it a light language? I'm like, I don't know what kind. I'm like, I think it's my heart language. But
I think for me, when I got mine, I really felt like I've said it before, I really felt like I was losing my mind. It wasn't until our friend Debbie got me connected to JJ, who helped me kind of understand it. And I just let it come wherever it needs to come. I don't need to. I like the way you said that, Gerald, because I don't necessarily need to understand it. But the way that I am and the way, when the spiritual stuff hits me, I just follow through. With discernment, because if they told me to walk up to some guy and touch some random stranger, I'm not doing that, but, definitely, is doing it. And I don't have to understand why.
There is this idea of, and medium Betsy Palmer was the first one who introduced me to it. I love it. This is a volunteer position. Set your boundaries. Karen, you did that. You were like, I don't want to see ghosts. Don't.
No.
Don't. And so they're going to adjust or they're not going to, and therefore, boundary has been set.
Not only that, but I do want to add, Gerald, like when I was younger, I just, I wasn't paying attention to certain things. So it was almost like they had to scare me in order for me to really look. So it was like a shock value kind of thing where it'd be like some person who has passed, like bam, right in my face, and it just but it was really kind of cool because you said set boundaries, and what I heard is also ask for what you want. Because of the fact that when people would tell me, oh, you should be reading, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. And yeah, I knew how to read cards when I was 14, but I really didn't, it didn't feel like that, didn't feel like me. So I didn't, I would do it, but then I started asking spirit for more. Okay, give me more, give me more. And they started giving me more. So
yeah, I like that. Linda says, sometimes when I do Reiki, I hum. Is that light language? It's not really a melody, although it moves depending on how I feel. Kaylee has responded, yes, Linda, it would be to me. You're just layering the healing, modulating frequencies, vibrations, etc.
I would agree.
If I'm in a place where, like, I want to be still vulnerable and authentic, but like in a waiting room, but I also don't want to be like, oh, hey, here's some, I feel like I need to do this thing for you. I'm being drawn to you. I'll just hum. Yeah.
There's times where it comes out in song. So I'll just kind of sing it lightly, The reason I put it on pause and I was doing, or it's not pause, but the reason I put it on mute was because they wanted light language out when JJ was talking. And so it was important to hear what JJ was saying and just get that. So there's, just be open to what you hear. And
I'm always a fan of is when we do our own thing as authentically as possible, everyone benefits. This idea about the grid, Purple Elephant Deb H and I have talked about that. Her spirit guides are like, you need to work on this grid that is above everything. However you practice, it's good. You just practice as authentically as possible. You share it, and it's accessible to everyone. It's really, really powerful. It's really powerful.
Well, when it first came, it came for specific individuals, and I would have to literally point it to a mountain or point it up. And I never saw the grid before, ever. That was not something I knew about. And I had to literally point it up in the air and speak it to the grid. So that's always been,
Yeah. JJ, you have something downloaded or anything you want to share, or are you just basking?
I'm happy. I'm just happy.
Kaylee said, the first time I heard light language, it came through as bars of light fluctuating with the language. Now I get it as spoken, sung, symbols, a little bit of everything. Kim Princess said, we tend to be more open in dream state, so I wouldn't see why not. And wait a minute. Okay. Kim Princess says, as for symbols, what kind of symbols? And can we get them through your dreams? Any symbols? Yes, you can definitely get them through your dreams. I cannot. My light language is symbols. I could not draw them if you asked me to. I cannot translate them from how I experience them into the physical environment. I don't know if I'm not allowed or what. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
that information is not supposed to be released.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
They give me that old song, For Your Eyes
Only for you. That's my favorite James Bond song.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Can't get it
Karen,
out.
do you have any last thoughts to share with people?
No, I do not. I think that, my guide steps in, the new one, and he said, just be kind and gentle with yourselves, and he gives me my sign for roller coaster, and, take care of yourself when you have those downtimes or those things that are overwhelming to you, and then he shines the light brighter, and when you can, shine your light bright. So
yeah, and I just want to say thank you, for Gerald being focused and our beautiful host, and bringing this conversation to all of you, and then with all of you here, and talking about how it is, just how it is in your life. That makes me, it's one of my favorite things, is to hear how other people are doing with their spiritual.
Yes. I think a huge thing to remember is this is your experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your experience. It's not mine. What's important is you have your experience as at the depth that you can handle it, and maybe a little bit more. Be open, stretch a touch.
Yeah.
And still be willing. And my gosh, we have to take care of our physical bodies and our physical environment. We do. We do.
Yeah, in a way, like, I'm laughing about the cat delivery system, but it's like, if you wanted to entice something like a cat, you would get cat food and you would get things ready for it. And I feel like that's a big one for me, like physically, what would support, if there was a higher frequency or a different pitch coming in, how would I meet it? How would I support myself to acknowledge it?
Yeah.
And would I do an invocation to help me greet it, so that energy and my energy could meld in a way that is mutually beneficial? I am. Oh, you've got Kaylee thinking, JJ. I think. Yeah. Keep your head and arms inside the ride at all times. Wear your safety belt.
Yeah.
Don't be too silly.
Mm-hmm.
Activation may start as an inner spark, but perhaps its real purpose is what we do with the light afterwards. How we embody it, how we express it, and how to keep it moving through the world. This is so very important. I thank everyone for being here. I encourage you to think about how you embody it, how you express it, and how you keep moving it through the world. Thank you, everyone.